I would think abuse by a parent, sexual abuse, especially in childhood at an early age, does a lot of damage, and then later on in life produces, behavior that is, maladaptive. The thing about that kind of abuse is sometimes what happens, the shame about it, because you see, I've heard repeatedly from these people that there's parts of the body, you touch it, it gives pleasure, you see, and then no matter who's given it. And then the taboo of actually enjoying and getting pleasure from an abusive, violating sexual action. And then that would in some way incriminate you, but it's certainly shameful, right? If an incestuous sexual act is actually pleasurable, and sexual acts are often pleasurable even if there are violations, you see. So that certain thing about it then makes people keep quiet about it, not tell anybody, you see. And those are the things that, because of that, the secrets that people keep. And those are the ones I've witnessed most prevalent, most common. People of opposite sex are attracted to each other, and then when there's lack of love because of it's a dysfunctional family, then they go to where there's access to love like that of the opposite sex, and then it happens to be your own family, and it makes it a taboo. It becomes incest. That's and then another thing about it, a family member is less likely to report sexual violation because it's their own family. Why you wouldn't say that, you wouldn't do that, you wouldn't report that to anybody. It's your mom, you see. And so, there are plenty of those around. I know a lot of people who get that, and there's a thing about that. The behavior that comes is born out of that kind of thing. Sometimes the polar opposites. Sometimes there's ones that become themselves, perpetrators and predators of, varieties of kinds, criminal or pedophile or rapist, And then the opposite also. There's ones that become submissive and then very compliant and then the thing happens, and then these two different polar opposites then end up together. My parents were like that. My dad was submissive. My mom was the aggressor, the verbally abusive. I always heard. To this day, I heard here. I'm going to a house now. Verbally abusive language from her. And so the victim has relationship after relationship of women who are abusive, unless he becomes, for fortunate reasons, finds someone who isn't. finds a really sincere woman who will actually save her from the other ones. And then that's somebody to treasure. Then an actual good-hearted, sincere person is not conniving and scheming and manipulating and doing all this. So now, but that does happen, that a perpetrator and a victim get matched together because of those two qualities. They like fit together. It's good for the perpetrator because the qualities of someone who's been violated like that is often that they have weak boundaries, you see, and are likely to allow somebody in the house, having been fooled that she says she's been abused by somebody, a boyfriend, and has no place to go. He may be gullible and let her in. He may even, after having had so much abuse from her, he would still attempt to help her heal, which is his life mission, purpose. And then she would be taken advantage of, knowing that. Maybe she picked him intentionally because of that. They do pick people, specifically. They know what the things the detective was saying. It seemed like he knew all of these things. He knew. He said a statement that the perpetrator herself said, and the only way he could have gotten that, I imagine, was because it's a common thing that gaslighters say. It's just to say, if you have a problem with everybody, then maybe the problem is you. So that's what the perpetrator texted. I have the text message from the perpetrator. Everything in my life is good except for you. You see? And then when I asked her about that, she said, well, I was just venting. And now that you don't like my venting, I'm not going to share with you anymore.